Good evening, Bookies! My name is Hannah, and today we are back with an update video. So, if you've been paying attention to my channel, you've probably noticed that I haven't posted a video in about a month. I just wanted to kind of give you guys an update video. And in this video, we'll also be doing a small book haul because I bought a ton of books the other day and I want to show them off. And then we will also be doing the bookshelf book tag, hopefully very quickly. Hopefully this video isn't super long. But I'm going to give you an update on my life, what's been going on with it, and where I have been. So let's get to it. So things have happened in the past month that I wasn't exactly prepared for, I think. Well, a couple months ago, my grandma got really sick, and we've kind of known that she was getting really sick, but Amelia moved out of my apartment for a while to go live with my grandma, to go take care of my grandma until things happen. So that's changed in my life, but also what's changed in my life is my job has just conveniently, perfect timing, it's gotten kind of hard where I feel like I'm not being treated quite like I should be. I go into work at 7 a.m. in the morning, and I'm lucky if I get off at, 5 or 4:30. This week, though, I've been getting off at 3, so it's great. I actually feel pretty good about it. I don't know why, really, I went on hiatus. It's just I feel like a lot lately. It's probably been my depression. I just haven't had the energy to get up and record. I haven't had the energy to edit. I haven't even had the energy to read, which is not a surprise. I mean, like, Hannah, you haven't been reading anyway. But actually, guys, I finished a book, by the way. I'll tell you about it later. But I just wanted to tell you guys that I do hope to be back by at least August 25th, I think. The 24th of August, which will be a Friday. Sorry, I have a paper down here explaining all about my hiatus that I needed to get out before this happens. I hope to be back before August 24th. Hopefully things will kind of calm down in my job by then. If you don't know, I work at a daycare and school is out, which complicates a lot of things. So hopefully with this, school will be back in and it'll be just a little bit easier to kind of balance out my life a little bit. That is it for the hiatus update, but now we're going to get to my very short, hopefully very quick book haul. I have just 7 books to show you guys, and I'm just going to kind of be like, here's this, and done, So let's get going. Okay, so the first book I'm going to show you, I'm actually going to show you 2 because they're part of a series, and they are P.S. I Still Love You and Always and Forever Yours by Laura Jean. I read To All the Boys I've Loved Before because Netflix is coming out with a movie for it, and I was like, I can't watch the movie without reading the book first. And so I read the book last week, and I absolutely loved it. I was in love with it. And I finished it, today is Wednesday, I finished it Monday night, and I was like, how could they end a book like that? Like, I'm gonna have to go and get, like, the next 2. So I went to the store, and I was an idiot and bought soft covers of these when my first one, the To All the Boys I've Loved Before. So I bought those 2 in soft cover, but then I had this one in hardcover, so I had to go back to the store and be like, hey, can I get the 2 hardcovers and I'll pay the difference? And for some reason the guy was like, yeah, I've just got an ID, get your number, get your address. But anyway, I couldn't live with having a hardcover and a soft cover, though I'm sure a lot of my books on my shelf are like that anyway, because underneath these jackets they're so pretty underneath these jackets. If you've seen my Instagram post, I'm in love with what's under these jackets. I'll put a picture of it right here, actually. And I couldn't exactly not have the set in such a pretty kind of way. Get what I'm saying? Okay, let's just move on. The next book I have is Gunslinger Girl by Lindsay Ellie or Eli? I don't know why I messed that up the first time I was saying it. I have been looking at this book for a very long time. Every time I go into the Walmart, like, little book area, I'm always like, well, that looks like a super good book. Maybe I'll pick it up next time. And one day I was at the store and I was like, Hannah, just pick it up. Just do it. I'm super into, like, Wild West stuff, so this is, like, straight up my alley. The next book I have is Playing for Keeps by Renee S. Clark. The only reason I bought this book is because at my bookstore they texted me a coupon and they were like, hey, if you come in, you buy a used book, then you can get one for free. And so I had already picked out a used book when I got up to the cash register, and they all recognized me there by now. They all know who I am. She's like, well, go grab a different, go grab another used book and, you can get one for free. This was the only used book I can find. I mean, I was in a hurry too. I had to get home and the store was closing. But, so it's just kind of like, oh, a girl has a crush on a football player. The football player learns that, hey, maybe this girl is a lot different than everyone assumes. It's just a normal, cute, short contemporary. So hopefully I'll get to this soon. I have to be in a very specific mood for a contemporary though. The next one I have is A Whole New World by Liz Braswell. This is another one of those Disney retellings. I have 3 of them now. I didn't even know this was one. And this was the other used book, so I got this one for free. And I honestly, if you love Disney and you love like fairy tale retellings, this is exactly like the kind of book you'd probably be into. I have Aladdin, and then now I have Mulan, and now I have Beauty and the Beast. So it's all working out just perfectly. So this one is about if Jafar got the lamp before Aladdin did, and he just suddenly rises to power, and honestly it sounds so good. And I don't know what I've been doing, guys. I've been wasting my time not reading these retellings. So the next one I have is The Price Guide to the Occult. I have not heard like anybody talk about this one. It's hardcover, but there's no jacket. I just realized that, and the pages are red, which is like lovely. But I really haven't heard anybody talk about this book. It sounds amazing. It's about like this girl who lives on a little island, and suddenly a book comes out and all the flora and fauna, so all the animals and nature and stuff suddenly like raise their hackles, as it put, and people are getting like weird tattoos, and it's like a storm is coming and it's coming for the main character. And when I first saw this cover, that was the first thing that drew me to it. And this is another one of those books where I was like, oh, I'll get it next time, I'll get it next time. Well, this time I finally got it. And next I have Space Boy by Stephen McCraney. It's just McCraney. I have been following this artist, this creator on Webtoons, this great app, for a very long time. When I first started reading his comic, I was absolutely in love with it. And then he was like, oh, hey, I'm getting it published. If you pre-order my book, like, you have a chance to win these prizes. And I was poor and I couldn't pre-order his book. And when I saw this in the bookstore, I was like, well, obviously I'm not leaving without Space Boy. If you're into like, wow, Hannah, take a breath. If you're into like web comics and stuff like that, Webtoons, I'm not even sponsored by them or anything. It's a really great app, and this is a really great comic. Like, you don't have to buy it in the physical form, but just go check it out. It's completely free, FYI. I feel like I'm getting sponsored or like trying to plug, but no, just go check it out if you guys are into different comics. Well, now that that is over, we can finally get to the bookshelf book tag, and then this video will be over and I will see you guys again on August 24th. So I don't remember who the original creator of this book tag is, but I will put it here and in the description below so you guys can go check that video out, or whatever, just go check that out. And let's just get to the questions. Question 1 is, how many bookshelves do you have? I have 3 behind me, 1 over there, 1 in my room, and 1 down at the bottom of the hall. So I have 6 bookshelves. For the love, I can't talk today. So I've got these 3. 1, 2, 3. Ignore the mess. My dog likes to chew up his toys. Sherlock. Hey. Hello. This is 4. This is a TARDIS bookshelf. This is number 5. It is not organized at all. And this is 6. Yeah, it's in my very messy room. That is all the view you guys are getting of that bookshelf. So number 2 is, how many books do you have on your bookshelves, or how many books do you think you have on your bookshelves? I haven't counted how many books I've got on my bookshelves, so I'm gonna guess real quick and say probably, I want to say bravely, probably 450, 460 maybe? So I'm gonna turn off this video and count all my books real quick, and then I will come back with the actual number. Okay, so I was off by quite a bit in my numbers. I got 395 instead of 450, 460, but that's only quite a bit of books off. Question 3 is, how do you organize your books? So this shelf is all my pretty big, popular, mainstream TBR books that I need to read. Then down here, these shelves are mostly books that I've read. Below that, over on this side, these are some of the books I've read, some are TBR. I think these are trilogies or series over here. Behind me, I got like fairy tale retellings here. And then just kind of down in this area, I don't know why, but these are all books that I've read. Over there on this shelf down here, I've got contemporaries. I did not know I owned so many contemporaries, but I own a lot of contemporaries. I never thought I did. The shelf below there, they're just kind of random books that I've read. I'm not really in love with them anymore, but I'm in love with them enough not to get rid of them yet. Below them are all my mass-produced books, so like the little tiny ones, and also my LitCube books that I got from LitCube. Over here I have just more TBR books that I just kind of stuffed down there. I didn't really want to put them on this shelf, and down here they wouldn't fit, so they're just kind of stuffed away down there. My other shelves, one of them doesn't have books on it. That's the TARDIS one over here left. The one at the end of the hall has more of my children's books, and like I've got really fancy classic books down there. And then in my room I've got kind of more books that I haven't really had the heart to get rid of, but I'm probably not going to read. The next question is, what is the oldest book on your shelves? Now, I've watched a few people do this tag, and a lot of them did like where like the oldest book like published wise, or the oldest book that I've owned. I'm going to do both. Let me go grab them real quick. Okay, so the oldest book published wise that I have on my shelves is The Clue, The Dancing Puppet by Caroline Keene. This is part of the Nancy Drew mystery series. My grandma had this and gave it to me because she knew I like Nancy Drew. And this was published in 1962, so this is... Holy cow, this book is like 50-ish years old. Holy cow. And the oldest book that I've owned personally is literally, it's funny because it's also the first book that I ever had signed by an author. This is Fablehaven by Brandon Moore. This is the oldest book that I can remember owning, so here it is, Fablehaven. The next question is, what is the newest book on your bookshelves? And I'm going to go with the books I just did in the book haul. But I'm going to go with P.S. I Still Love You and Forever and Always Laura Jean because I bought them yesterday. Next question is, what is the longest book on your bookshelves? I dislike this question very much. So I think this is going to be the winner at 822. But I am going to check one more book just to see. Okay, I checked a few more books, and Written in My Own Heart's Blood is the winner as the longest book I've got on my shelves. Now we're going to twist it and say, what is the shortest books on your shelves? So I swear I've answered this question before, probably in a previous tag that I don't remember. But the winner is An Officer and a Mermaid. I got this in a LitCube. This is by Blair Edens. I already forgot what page it ended on. It is 131 pages. It is tiny, but it is the tiniest on my shelves. So the next question is, what is the predominant genre on your shelves? Probably fantasy. I'm gonna go with I'm saying probably fantasy, but I'm gonna turn around and see nothing fantasy. No, it's mostly fantasy. So fiction, I like high fantasy, and sometimes it's modern fantasy. Is that what that's called? I don't quite remember. That's pretty much literally the only kind of book I'll buy is fiction, so there's that. The next question is, have you done a bookshelf tour? I've recorded one a long time ago, but I haven't edited it. And at this point, I might as well just do a new one, but it is a lot of work to go through and do every single book. So I'm probably going to plan that for a Saturday where I'm home alone, where I can go through each and every book as I please. So the next question is, go on to generatearandomnumber.com or whatever, pick a number, and then tell us about the book that it chose. So let's do it. I'm going to put in 394, which seems kind of risky, but just go for it, I guess. 123. So let's count at 123. So we got number 123, which just so happened to be Caraval by Stephanie Garber, which is currently like right behind me, as you guys can see. Oh geez, I have not read this book yet, but I am so excited to read this book. I know the second one just came out recently. I I don't know why I've waited again. I've been in a very bad slump, but I'm so excited to read this book because it sounds so good. And I probably, hopefully, no, I say this about a lot of books, but I really kind of want to get started on this as soon as I finish the Laura Jean series, so maybe I will. The next question is, do you have any fan merch or anything on your shelves? So these shelves used to be really, really decorated, but now I only have a couple things that I'm going to quickly show you. So up here on the top of my shelf, I have my cup of bookmarks, and it's in this cup because this cup is from Disneyland, and we had a set of 6, and 5 of them have sadly perished, so I'm protecting this one by not letting anybody use this. Up on the top of my shelf, I have a homemade read sign. So there is my read, homemade everything, and then over here is just a big adventure awaits. Down here I have 2 fezzes because I've cosplayed twice as the 11th Doctor from Doctor Who. And the next and last question is, show us your bookshelves, which honestly, guys, I already have earlier the question, this one. But these are my beautiful shelves. If you are interested, I think I bought these 3 from Walmart. This one from like 5 years ago. This one from like 3 years ago. That one from couple of weeks ago, you guys, if you guys haven't seen that video. Careful where you buy your bookshelves because this is cheap as heck. The police box, the TARDIS one I got over there, I got it from Hobby Lobby. The one at the end of my haul with my classics on it, I also got from Walmart. And the one inside my room, you guessed it, I got it from Walmart. I have not ordered any other bookshelves from anywhere but Walmart, and I probably will after the poor condition this was in. It wasn't in poor condition, it's just poor quality. This one was in poor condition where this board was broken because my box had footprints on it. And this one has held on 5 years strong, so I'm not mad about that one. Okay, that is it for this probably extremely long video and this update. I will be back August 24th, so I will see you guys then. Thank you so much for joining me. Thank you so much for your patience, and I will see you guys next time. Rock on. Hey guys, I'm Hannah at Heckyeahbooks.